Remember, you're going to go to circuits and you're going to create a new circuit. This says 45 minutes. It's not going to say 45 minutes. So first I'm going to do my breadboard. Project 2 space ship interface. Okay, here, and then rotate it. Okay, I wish I could lock it in. Wiring last. Let's do the push button first. Push button, rotate it, right? And this one is in pin 22, coming across. And then I have 3 220 ohm resistors, 220. I'll rotate them. I'm going to make it look exactly like it. It's rotated like this. I wonder if I could copy it. Copy paste. Yes. Paste. Okay, I got 3. Okay, so then this is on pin 7. This one's on pin 11. And this one's on pin 15. Yeah, the spacing looks right. The LEDs, I got 2 red ones. I need to rotate them correctly. Remember, don't pay attention to the picture. Pay attention to the anode, right? The anode needs to come in pin 6. Okay. I'll copy paste. This one's coming in pin 10. Copy paste. This one's coming in pin 14, but remember this one's green. Oh, we need one more resistor. And this one is the 10 kilo ohm, right? Orange, black, brown. Orange, black, brown. I got sidetracked. Okay, 24. Let's do the wiring. Let's start with the most important one, power. Power here, red. Ground. Ground here, black. Pin 5. And you can actually like click and curve it. This one's going in pin 6. I'm gonna curve it here. And the yellow. All right. And then pin 4 into pin 10. Yellow. And then pin 14, pin 3. I wish it were straighter, but it is what it is. Okay, and then green on pin 2 into this one. It's a little bit different. Green, that's right. And then the little red one. I feel like I'm wrong. Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, pin 22. Red. Done. Okay, so now I have my circuit complete, right? So if I start simulation, nothing's happening, right? Why? Because I haven't coded it yet. Where do I do this in here? I don't see any code. Well, if you stop simulation and you go to code here, boom. Blocks. Sorry, blocks. We are, ooh, this one's kind of already set up. So I'm going to delete this for now. So we have void setup and void loop. Those are the 2 main ones. Now the most important thing about this setup is the wavy brackets. So void, I'm not going to go into void, that's a whole other thing. But the name of the actual function is setup. And then in this setup, you can have arguments in here. And we'll go into arguments way later on. But the wavy brackets. So everything inside here belongs to setup. And everything inside these wavy brackets belong to loop. Okay, that's important. I'm pretty much just going to copy this over. I mean, you have access to that. So let's just copy this over. basic program, integer, switch state. Now, while I'm doing this, I'm going to state that it's proper programming etiquette that when you have when you're naming variables, don't name them yeet or some random thing that you want to do. You have to name them according to what their function is or what they're going to be done. And not only that, like this is switch state, right? It's 2 words. The first word in a variable is always lowercase. Always. That's the rule. The second one and third, fourth, fifth, if you have them that long, they're capitalized. And it's just a way for us to see, like, it's easy to read. Switch state. Line 2, void setup. We already have that. We have no arguments. Arguments are kind of like special variables that are only applied to that function, but we'll go into that later. Okay, pin mode. I want to make a template. I don't like typing extra stuff, so I'm kind of just going to go here, comma, and then you know what? Most of them are output. So out, put, and always remember to put your semicolon. Okay, so that, I don't know why I did that, but yeah, just remember to do that. Okay, so the first one was pin 3, the second one is pin 4, next one is pin 5, and pin 2 is input. So let me make sure I have everything correct. Pin 3, 4, 5, pin 2, output, 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 input, all correct. They're all inside my wager bracket. Let's go on to the loop. Now for the loop, you can have it all the way down here. You can have it right next to it. I personally like it like this. You save lines the other way. Switch state equals digital read. Now, just to clarify a variable is like a box, like an empty box, and you don't know what's really in the box. And sometimes you can say, you know what, this whatever's in the box, it can only be an integer of basically a whole number. Like there's no decimals in integers. That's pretty much what it is. Digital read 2, semicolon, and then you can comment. I just noticed in the example it doesn't have the closed waiver bracket. I think there's more information. This is a comment. I don't know why they put that, but I'm going to copy it anyway. So you can put whatever you want. You can, if you want to put the yeet here, you can, okay? But I wouldn't. It'll confuse the programmer. So here on line 12, we're actually going to get a reading from digital read 2. Line 11, if, I love if statements, because it's the easiest. I already put that. Switch, save for me, equals, 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 whoa, open wavy bracket. If the button is pressed. Okay, so just to clarify, the equals, it's actually putting the information into switch state. So whatever digital read 2 is getting, is putting it inside switch state. So like I said, that's that empty box, right? It's going to put it inside switch state, and switch state's going to be like, oh, okay, whatever digital read is, that's me. That's what I am, as long as it's an integer. And then after that, here's where the comparison is coming. This is where the fun happens. If switch state equals low, and low is probably a function inside here that's already inside, right? It's either going to be high or low, on or off. So if it's low, then I want you to do this. I want you to do digital write, and then which pin? 3, high. Looks like it's all caps. High. Green LED. Yeah, this is what I do. I just copy and paste because I don't like typing. then red. The problem with this, it happens to the best of us. When you copy and paste, there's always that one thing you forget to switch, and then your whole program goes crazy and you can't figure out why. You have to go through each line. Yeah, it happens. Some of you may see this wavy bracket, right, and be like, oh, I already put it. No, you didn't. Because this wavy bracket is for this if statement right here. Okay? So this is kind of why I like to have them here, because then I'll know, okay, then this one's going to close it. These two, all this information belongs to this if statement. It's kind of like an outline. It's exactly like an outline, except you can't really, I mean, if I wanted to, I can probably put a comment here that says, you know, whatever I want. If I want to do that, I can do that. That way I know. And then sometimes, if it's very important, I'll put that so that if I'm looking through code, I'll be like, oh, yeah, this is important. You know what I mean? And that's just for myself. And it's really helpful if somebody else is looking at your code, they can see. So then after that, there's the else. And we'll open wavy bracket. I'm going to close it here automatically so that I don't have to close it later. And you know what? Boom! If the button is not pressed, wait. Hold on, that's wrong. Low, high. Boom, the power of copy and paste. So I'm done with that. I closed my else statement. So pretty much if the switch state is low, meaning that there's no voltage going through it, the green LED is going to be lit up. I had it backwards. See? But in the moment you press the button, it's going to turn off the green LED and then turn on red LEDs. So let me just look through this code real quick. Because the way electricity works, it works in cycles. I mean, it's not like analog where it's just constantly going and giving information. It's actually working in a cycle because computers work in cycles. In order for us to make sure that it's the processor's not over processing, I mean, the human eye can only see, or the human brain can only see like at a certain speed. This is actually inside the else statement. Delay 250. Wait for zero right, 4 high. Let's close it. There's a mistake in here. There it is. Copy, paste, 5, low. Boom, then close it. So this ends the loop. And sometimes you can label them, you know, like you can end if. That way, and else. That way you don't get lost. I mean, you could do that, but it looks messy if there's too much in there. So you don't have to put that on there. That's just kind of for me for teaching. Okay, so boom, done. Let me see if there's anything else. I'll go into that a little bit. Let's go ahead and start simulation. So right now we have it's green. It's not being pressed, right? And as soon as I press the button, you can change the delay. Like this one's blinking at 250. If I wanted to do it a little bit faster, I could do 50, almost like a heartbeat. So, I mean, you could just mess around with that. You can actually add more LEDs. There's so much you can do. This is just a basic interface program.